It's okay, we're going to 2 minutes. Boy, they don't want to give me a break. They just want to go.
Yeah.
Okay, whoop. I'll sit on the way around. I have to do this manually, I can see. Goes with the territory, folks. Second one.
Thinking you're not going to need this, but I'm going to put it on here. Just
You'll be behind us, won't you?
yeah.
What's it for? Okay. Got it. Okay, I think we're set now. We set, Scott? Put it on, buddy. Let's do this thing. Oh man, one more issue I got. Hold what you got. I just gotta put this in my phone. Yep. Only take me a minute. There we go. Okay. Just to keep us from filming. Okay, here we are. Somewhere in Pennsylvania near Bald Eagle State Forest. We know that. We might be in it. What's that? Give me 1 sec. Okay. Let's do it. Jag, stay back. Watch Jag with.
Got it. I'll be here.
Okay, let me shut this. Jag, stay. Boy. Okay, Mr. Zero. Mr. Zero Zorro. Let me pull this out of the rut. You can get Jag. Oh, come on with this thing. Okay. Here we go, folks. Let me move this out a little bit. Come on, guys. Sorry, no. Sorry. Good boy. Come on, guys. Let's move out. Okay, folks. So we are. Chris, where are we at? I know that. Everybody's a comedian. What's the matter?
He's off the glove.
Okay, cool. I'll go get her. You stay with the bike. Cool. Right behind you. Are we in Bald Eagle State Forest? Okay, come on, good girl. Easy, goody girl. Easy, goody girl. Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl. Jag had to do a bathroom drop. Watch you don't step in Jags.
Yep.
Good. So, you ready? Here we go, dude. Radio check, radio check. Ready?
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Take your time, bud. Okay, buddies. Getting ready to roll. You want to go, you can go, or you want me to go?
I'll be in front of you. I figured I'd turn the camera on.
Yep. Okay, guys, we're getting ready. Just do what you can operating that. Don't kill yourself. It's chilly out here, Scott. Okay, here we go. Come on, guys, hike. Welcome to the WoofDriver Adventure Series, and we're off again on another adventure. We're in mid-November right now, and it's kind of cool outside, to say the least. The dogs are kind of loving it. We're looking to do anywhere from 15 to 20 miles, but I got a feeling today it's going to be probably less because we're getting a late start. We haven't picked up on this daylight savings time, and we've been getting late starts. We just got so much equipment to manage and so much to do that it becomes hard. Plus, we're real spontaneous. We plan this the day, probably the 15 minutes before we roll. Actually, we're pulling out of the driveway and still deciding where we're going on our next adventure. It all hinges on weather, timing, how we're feeling, what kind of mileage we want to do to get to where we're going, and of course the dogs. The dogs are usually hinging upon the temperature, so there's a lot to consider there. And we kind of like this spontaneity of just being able to decide, okay, we're going to go here, we're going to go there, and do it. So it's become quite a cool way of wolf driving, again, for how we do it. And you'll hear me use the phrase wolf driver a lot of different times because I am the wolf driver. And I kind of invented wolf driving. Well, not really. Wolf driving's like dog driving. That's what dog driving is driving a team of dogs on a dog sled typically. So I'm driving a team of dogs on a dog sled on wheels. Yeah. I'm guessing to the right, brother. I'm guessing to the right. Looks like left's probably private. So I am wearing gloves today, and just because of the nippy temperature, and I don't know if my walkie went through, but Chris would have told me at this point. Chris is my wingman. So in case you're new to the WoofDriver world, I've got a wingman and a co-pilot. Co-pilot usually rides with me in some capacity. Today we're on these Easy Raider scooters. That's the manufacturer. I call them the Extreme Rough Boards. That's the name for what I call these, basically, four-wheel scooters. Good boy, Zorro. And we don't have to clean up because we're not really on a trail. We're on a road. So we abide always, good boy, Zorro, by all the park rules whenever we're in parks, on trails, that kind of thing. But we're on the trail. Now you're going to hear my app. It's telling us stats for our run today. And I use that along with, if you can see to my left, that's called Relive. That's an app to kind of help me document this run. The app on my right is just a little more stat oriented, so it's got more stats than the Relive, and I find them to be happening as the run unfolds. Like sometimes Relive will lose satellite and I won't update sometimes for a mile or something, so I don't know my true mileage up to the minute, where this app on my right is a little bit more in real time, but they don't have a great way of documenting. So using the best of all worlds, I use two apps. That's what I do. We got the sun in our sun to our backsides, and Scott, my co-pilot again, is filming what we're doing using a DJI Pocket Osmo 2 because it's kind of on a gimbal because this is a bumpy ride. And my wingman is the guy who usually, person I should say, it's usually a guy, drops us off and either rolls with us behind us, it's always Chris, my wingman, so, or actually follows us like he is today. When we're on the scooter and doing roads, he's usually following us. So I pride myself on doing all kinds of cool filming because I love giving my dogs enjoyment and I simply love documenting it. So today I'm using an iPhone app on an iPhone, and we're actually filming Zorro and Chase dual cam wise. So the front cam's facing one dog and the other cam's facing the other dog, and it'll come up in a single split screen on the app, and I'll hopefully be able to share that on YouTube. Somebody's glove over there. You see how Zorro saw that? He picked up that it was something unusual. And he's always checking to see if it's an animal because that's what they do. That's their instinct. Huskies are similar to wolves in that way. They have that kind of drive. They're very pack oriented, but they're independent, and that's why sometimes people have a tough time keeping a husky as a pet. It's usually imperative that you give it some kind of outlet to purge their energy, and that's why I do what I do. And that's how I became the dog adventurer. World renowned, because I'm probably one of the few people that goes to the lengths to do what I do. Not to say, obviously there's people that do much more rigorous adventuring, but for where we're located and for the family lifestyle that I live, this is perfect for the kind of dog adventuring I like to do. You can read all about me on WoofDriver.com. I can't say it all in this run here. I mean, I go off sometimes and do my dissertations, but I'm going to talk more about what's going on around us. It's most incredible day. Even though it's chilly, I'm layered up. Fingertips a little cold. I have heated gloves. I don't have them with me because this cold weather's kind of a little unprecedented for us right now, but wouldn't expect it. So got a car coming up, car ahead. I'm gonna pull over to the right. G over. Good boys. G over. Oh, guys. Well, let me get them a little further. Come on. G over. Chase. G over. Boys. Let's make sure we're far enough off the road. Good boy, Zorro. Howdy. Thank you. Come on, guys. Hike, haul over. So I'm using some traditional sled dog commands. Hauls to your left. G means go to the right. And then you add words to it like over, come around, whatever. Things along those lines. The whole dictionary is on my website. I kind of have my own words too, like on by means go by distraction. I say, come on guys, let's go, stuff like that. But I use these commands also for when I run the dogs off leash. So if I want them to go to the right, sometimes I'll just say G, and if I want them to go to the left, I'll say haul. And those words you can say in succession, like G, or haul. I don't want to say too loud, but that's why they're handy. I think they're a derivative of Latin somewhere along the way for using the horse with dealing with horses, horse driving, I believe. But they've been a part of the sled dog vocabulary for many, many years. So I'm always checking to see the tether. What that is that's how the dog is connected to the bike, and how they're pulling on it, or how much slack is in there. Usually tells me their situation, whether they're tired, bored, engaged, really happy, whatever. So kind of tell the mood, and that's how I determine what I'm doing, the speed I'm running at. So a lot of this information is available throughout my videos, but I'll talk about some, I guess, current stuff. I don't get into politics on these vlog type episodes, podcasts, whatever you want to call them, while I'm driving the bike, because just it's too all over the place right now. But I do get into the love of dogs, which to me is the most important thing, besides the love of my wife. All right, props up to my wife, Cynthia. Okay, so today, with the colder temperatures coming, it's perfect for running the dogs. They're much more energetic, because remember, when it's warm out, they're spending loads of their energy trying to keep themselves cool, because they're just not efficient creatures. They're not efficient animals at cooling. A human sweats, for instance. The dogs don't sweat, or the little bit of sweat they do actually from their pads, and some breeds might sweat a little from their body, but whatever it is, it's minimal, and it's really not effective for keeping them cool. When they're human, sweat, the purpose of that is to create moisture on us that evaporates and then cools us. So if we could do stuff like spray their fur, or get them wet on hot days or warm days, then it can evaporate as they go through the day and help keep them cool. Some people think you should shave them, but you should never shave a Husky, because that defeats the purpose, even in the warmest of days. Because on the warmest of days, usually occurs in the spring and summer, they've already shed their one coat, so they're down to a single coat. I'm just saying this for ease of explanation. And that coat protects them from the sun, believe it or not. It helps insulate them against heat. And their hairs are a hollow fiber, or a hollow strength, whatever you want to call it, a hollow hair. Almost like you would want to insulate a window, put a gap of air between it. So that's what keeps them cool. It helps me too. Everything good, Crispy? Everything good? I see you stopped.
I think you got a bad radio.
I do?
Yeah, I hear him, but I don't think you can.
Okay, tell me what he's saying. Does he hear me?
Yes.
What'd he say?
I didn't catch what he said. It's not to you, but I can. He said he was just checking out the truck. Everything was fine.
Okay. Tell him I'll switch my radio when we stop. Tell him my radio's down.
I told him.
Okay. Okay.
As soon as we stop, I'm going to give you mine.
Okay, cool. It might just be the volume down on mine. I don't know. I'll check it. Whoa. Easy, guys. Ho. I got to stop to fix my camera. Oh, guys. That's when they were taking off, too. Actually, let me.
15 minutes completed. You've covered 1.34 miles. Your current speed is 0 miles per hour.
Give me your radio. Good, bud. Okay, I got a working radio now.
And I got a working phone. I switched SIM card.
10-4. Okay, guys. So, my little camera fell over.
You want me to grab Scott radio out of the back?
When we stop for water. That's cool.
I can hear off yours, so.
Okay.
Yeah, 4.
He says he can hear off it, though. Okay, guys. Hike. So they want to go. They're really amped up, which is good. I mean, I love this kind of enthusiasm, and it's just awesome. See what kind of difference, what kind of impact it has on our mileage. Walkie-talkies are kind of essential for what we do, because we get cars down these roads and we get other incidents where we can alert one another. If someone has to drop back or something happens, we can get in touch with each other. Even though right now we're all in sight. And a lot of times there's no cell phone range. Azara's getting off the hook. He wants to go. So they're gonna let it wild here. They're gonna So I'm sorry, I'm just focusing on the wolf driving aspect. That's what I'm here for. And it's so funny. I love doing this, but people get the wrong idea when they see it. They think the dogs are pulling me and I'm in it for a free ride, and they have no idea how much work this is to really do this properly and safely, and to really just make this a great experience for all. But that's what's so funny in life. People today, with this social media craze that we have and everything else, they just make these rash decisions on something they see. They're like, well, he shouldn't be doing that. What's going on? He's hurting those dogs. That's not right. Without even understanding anything about it, or just asking questions that might be relevant to really find out. Because 9 out of 10 times, people will want to know enough about it so they can do it with their dog once they understand it. But sometimes people are just so, I guess, set in their ways that they don't want to accept anything that they can't reason out without seeing another side, or even thinking that maybe another side exists. It's truly amazing, and sometimes that's why I pop on and off of social media. I'll post stuff, and then you just get so tired of people beating on you, not understanding any of this, and then just totally wanted to kind of troll you. Well, you shouldn't run that many miles. You shouldn't do it. And what is their expertise that tells me? I've been doing this for 25 years. My dogs are monitored by a veterinarian constantly, and by myself through a multiple range of aspects that I monitor to really keep their health.
Has this been a good spot for the wind, man?
Perfect, man, perfect.
20 minutes
Cool, man. Glad to
completed.
hear it.
You covered 1.86 miles. Your current
Yeah, man,
speed
loving it,
is
loving it.
4.3 miles per hour.
So we're closing in on 2 miles. Now, if you were with us last week, that was just Saturday, I guess, just 3 days ago, we were running more of a bike trail, which we're probably not as welcomed on. So we really need to curtail that. And I found out because a couple weeks ago, a park ranger stopped me at a national park, and he wasn't pleased that there were motors on these things. And he could justify it more if there was pedals and a motor, but without pedals, I explained to him that with a scooter you can kick the grounds and the motor can assist you, but they didn't want me to be there with that. So these are more suited for dirt trails and back roads like this, and that's what we try to stick to. But because my wingman needed to, he was picking up a motorcycle he was purchasing. So he wanted to be down in the southern Maryland area where the trail, and found us a trail down there that we had run before, but we rode it on a bike, not on a scooter. So that's why we do that. But we were running on, that trail was paved and very smooth. So it was easy to get some speed out of. We were covering it pretty quickly. You can see Zara, he just has a lot of energy. Zara, I mentioned Zara a lot because he's a big dog, and bigger dogs age quicker most of the time. So we want to, you know, as he ages, monitor him. Let me see where this. I'm guessing I don't go to the right here, correct?
Hold on 1 second, I'll tell you.
Ho, ho, ho. That's an air crash site, dude. Watch this.
Another one.
Back up, guys. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Yeah, go down there and check it out. I'll wait here for you guys.
Back up. Back up. How cool is this, folks? I'm in reverse. Back up. They understand it.
Dude, that's how the beginning of the werewolf Amazon started.
Exactly, man. We got to get a picture of this sign. Let's go down here, Scotty.
I can get it. Your phone takes good pictures, man.
Yeah, I'll do it when we come back. Is there any way out, or is it just one way? Come on, guys. G.
Let's see.
1931.
It goes a ways, and then it ends, but, let's see how far it is. It's like 1.1 miles.
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that.
10 miles, the bridge is out.
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that. Uh-oh. Your mirror just fell off. His mirror just fell off, dude.
It's been loose, but I wasn't expecting it to.
He's going to put it in his pocket.
Yeah, make sure the screw didn't pop too, because it did.
What happened?
His mirror popped off and he lost a screw. Is that okay?
You can get another one from Home Depot.
Yeah.
Lost the screw for, I didn't catch the first part.
The mirror popped off and he lost a screw for the mirror.
Lost the screw for what?
His mirror. Remember the mirrors we have? We have motorcycle mirrors on the vehicle. The mirror fell off and we lost the screw for the mirror. Is that okay?
Ultimately, it's okay. I might have one here, but if I don't, I can always get one.
Let's go. 10-4. Yeah, just want to make sure we don't have to spend time looking for it.
25 minutes completed.
Okay.
You've covered 2.16 miles. Your current speed is 0 miles per hour.
Which way, Scott? Can you tell? Huh. Hey, the road goes two ways. Do you know if we go to the right or left? Road goes two ways. Do we go to the right or left? Just stay straight.
Hold on 1 second.
Hey, this way looks spookier.
Yeah.
Stay to the right.
Ooh. To Laurel Way. It says Laurel Way.
Back to this road, so just stay to the right. And that's all. Here comes the snow. Let me know, man.
Let's just go straight.
Crash site,
Hopefully it goes in
maybe I
circles.
should run the opposite down there and see what happens.
Yeah, we're already past. We're going to go to the left, dude. You go to the right. You go down Laurel Way. We'll go to the left. Repeat. You go down Laurel Way to the right. We'll go to the left.
Time to look really good down here anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just gonna bring you right back to this road that's up here.
We're really in some snowy conditions, dude. Wow. Snow squall. Wow. You okay, bud? This is kind of awesome, folks. This is epic. Maybe we got to go the other way. Yeah, it turns around. Turn back around. Okay, it dead ended to the straight, so we're going to come back and go to the right. It dead ended when we went straight. Okay, Hall, come around, guys. Unless you went down there, but I don't know.
Yeah, we could. That's up to you.
Okay, let's just go. Let's go your way. Hall, come around, guys. Hall, come around. Hall, come around. Yeah. So, kind of epic through here when you got a snow squall coming and all kinds of stuff happening. So what we're doing, we just saw on that sign that there was a airplane crash in 1931. And that's the kind of stuff we investigate on our Werewolves paranormal investigative team. And this is how we find it. I call it dog-inspired ghost hunting, essentially. Watch, he done drift forward and hit you. Hall?
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. It's kind of sketchy, like on the map. It almost looks like to go that mile, like we got to go a little bit further down this road, but just go down there and see. It shouldn't be long. You'll know right away.
There was actually a trail through the woods I noticed at the dead end down there, but like you said, it's sketchy, so who knows. We'll go a little bit down here and see. Come on, guys. Hike. Hall.
Just keep your eyes open for that crash site.
So, I'm gonna have a seat here. That's the neat thing about these scooters. But actually, I think I'm better standing. It's just this road's a little uneven here. There's always a lot of resistance on these bikes, on these scooters, because they have regenerative braking, from what I understand. That means it charges the battery when you let off the gas. So there's a lot of resistance. So when you're going downhill even, oh, there's a house down here. What is that? It's got a hunting cabin?
Private property.
Okay. There's like a hunting cabin down here or something, dude.
Yeah, it might be. There's like another cutoff a little bit further down the main road. But it looked like in the map that they connected, but I guess they don't.
Yeah, I think we'll turn around and just head on the road. Okay, buddy, we're going to turn around and head back to you and head back on the road. We're going to turn around, head back to you, and head back on the road, brother. Okay, Hall. Okay, we're going to back up here, folks. Watch how we do this. Come on, guys. Sorrow. Good boy. Come on, guys. Nope. Lola. Come on now. Come on now. Good girl. Good boy. Okay. Forward. Forward. Good boys. Forward. Good boys. Back up. Back up. Good boys. Back up. Back up. Back up. Forward. Hike. Good deal. You good, Scott? So with this heavy snow squall and us being uncertain and racing against the daylight, we're gonna mark this one for the books and come back and investigate when we have more time. But it's more important right now to try to clock some quick miles.
That cabin might be the crash site because on the side it says built and maintained by local Boy Scouts.
Interesting, it could be. You're right, it could be.
But there's supposedly a trail, man, because it says James Cleveland Trail. I guess that's what they're talking about. That's probably the name of the dude who crashed.
Interesting. This is why we do this stuff. It's so adventurous and there's so much history that really hasn't been told. And this gives us a chance to really find it and uncover some hidden stuff that, Paul, can really be eye-opening. Paul, all over. Good boys. Gonna get back to some more even ground here. Not as rocky. Hogs are doing great. I mean, this is true adventuring, folks. I mean, you know, but it's possible for almost anybody to do. Even if you don't have Huskies, you just don't go as far. G. Hey, dude, definitely drop a pin there, please. Definitely drop a pin there.
Alright. Yeah, when your next right, take that. That's the one that goes back on home.
You said the next right, take that?
Yeah, your next right. That's the road that goes back a mile.
10-4, 10-4. Look at this snow laying. I mean, how cool is this, folks? Just like that, we got over 3 miles, almost 3 miles in.
35 minutes completed. You've covered 2.8 miles.
I'm trying to adjust my glasses. I'm not wearing glasses. I mean, you get all discombobulated sometimes when you got this kind of heavy snow coming down. It's right in my mouth there. How cool is it? I just love it. So, you know, we're shooting down memory lane here, and I love reminiscing, especially when it all has to do with WoofDriver. I'm going back.
It must have been that road right there that goes to the woods. That goes a mile.
Shit, I missed it. Well, it's okay. Traction's at a premium now because it's wet, so I feel better on this road. So I'm going back about hey, we're gonna give him some water here. Give him some water here, Scott. Haul over. Oh, guys.
that blue hoodie on purpose because the camera is
Yeah, yeah, I did.
so good.
I really did.
It looks so good.
I thought it'd be cool. It's got to be wild with the snow.
This is good shooting weather for sure.
Yeah, if you can last through the cold. The snow is definitely cool, adding a whole new element.
Yeah, and cold. So that dude was an airmail pilot.
Whoa. Yeah, I'd definitely like to come back here and investigate that.
Yeah, it's a hell of a ride, though.
Ah, boy. Messed up my stuff.
So, no, I'm really drinking.
And now,
Jack just looked at it, but he pretended like he was gonna.
I need to throw my camera here. Okay. No takers?
No take.
Wow.
It's the perfect weather for me. They know it.
Yeah, they're like, forget about all this. Come on, Sarah. Sarah.
1 second. Let me get a tissue.
Okay. So,
We're really close to that Penn's Cave and Wildlife Park.
I think we were there with Jim.
I don't remember, man.
I'll look it up when I'm back in the truck. I could be wrong, though.
I mean, Penn's Cave sounds
40
familiar,
minutes
but I don't know why.
You've covered 2.93 miles. Your current speed is 0.6 miles per hour.
You good, bud? Come on, Sarah. Hike. Okay. They want to go. Did anybody drink?
No.
They're just slurping down the snowflakes. Our eyes become larger, the light that you shine. Did you know when it's nice? There's no extra charge for my singing, folks. So we got a little bit of a dusting on the ground, and it's still flaking a little. I don't think it's going to last too much longer, but who knows? this is just a real treat for these snow dogs, or the wolf pack as I call them, getting to experience some early winter. And I'm sure they get plenty of snow up here. Remember, we're probably 3 hours from home right now. It's what we do. We travel a long ways, really for the adventure, for the dogs, for us, and for the whole memory aspect. It's truly beyond incredible, and I'm actually just loving it. Been doing this for 25 years, but these long travels have been within the past 10 years or so. Actually, to be going on 11 years, I believe so. And you kind of forget about the temperature when you're really into the mush, into the activity. So I'm not really cold at all. I'm wearing a helmet, and that's what is the camera that you're watching this is mounted to. And I've got thermal jeans on, basically. They're line jeans. And I've got a couple sweatshirts and Under Armour hoodie. And I'm really pretty good. I love these, and I'm not getting paid for any of this. This Columbia boots I wear. They're lightweight and they're kind of all weather. I've worn them in the summer and never been hot with them, and I wear them in the winter, and rarely do my toes get cold in there. You're using wool socks in the winter too. That Smart Sock brand, just keeping you apprised of what I wear and how I keep warm. I'm kind of a warm-blooded kind of guy, though. That makes.
Grab the charger out of my backpack. Here, I'll catch up with you guys in a minute.
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that. So I stay pretty warm no matter what. And again, my concern is always with the dogs and everything, so I forget sometimes my body temperature. Bird looks beautiful up ahead. You can see it through the camera there. Closing in on 3.5 miles, and time is about 45 minutes, so we're probably
5 minutes.
Yeah, there it is.
You've covered 3.42 miles.
We're probably on pace to do 6 miles an hour.
6 miles per hour.
So again, I believe we're in Bald Eagle State Forest, but these state forests are huge, and a lot of times they'll meet up with other state forests, and you won't know exactly where you're at. So that's why sometimes I'll mark the trail as Bald Eagle State Forest area, or sometimes I'll call it by the road it is, what the road's name is, sometimes by the area where it's at, part of town it is. We usually do keep a longitude and latitude, so we usually have GPS coordinates, but we do post some of that on my WoofDriver website under WoofDriver Adventures. We don't always make it as readily accessible just because it's a lot to track, and this is a pretty much a three-man show, and we're doing the work of 20 people. Saying that facetiously, but I mean, it's between setting up cameras and logging where we're at and keeping track of everything. It really is pretty comprehensive. And that's why it's epic. Because these are really adventures for the record books. Just everything we managed to pull off is, and we've been pulling off for years. Beautiful sky in front of us, like a pink color. It's just beautiful. Pink streak in the blue sky. Careful cars sometimes. And we got to remember these roads do have cars occasionally using them. And like us, they don't think anybody's down them, and they could be coming through pretty quickly. So it's always a good idea to just be as cautious and look far as ahead as possible. Is it still snowing, or did it stop? That was wild. Boy, was it. Hard to tell because I have this big helmet on my head. Dogs are trucking. All over. We've talked about this before, but these roads get ruts in them, and believe it or not, it could be like a 8-10 inch rut. So you find yourself leaning in these scooters to balance the weight a little bit. It's a learned or acquired way to ride, I guess, or navigate. So I don't know if I explained my story too well. Rhett, who is one of my co-pilots from past WoofDriver adventures, really great friend and a nice guy. Unfortunately, he's passed on, and he was with me on I've only been through a few snow squalls when I haven't been skiing, and I haven't been skiing for years. So we were on a adventure, and it just started snowing out of nowhere, kind of like it just did to us. And we're like, well, and we didn't have a wingman that day. I mean, we had him, but he wasn't following us. We were on bike trails, so we were on our own. And not that we couldn't handle it, but it was just, it was pretty wild. See where we're at here, if we need to turn left or right. It doesn't look like we can. I'll keep on moving straight here. So that's a rich memory for me, a cherished memory. I remember like it was yesterday. It's really incredible. I can't remember where that was, where we got caught in the snow squall. But I do remember getting some excellent photos from it, just really cherishing the moment we were there. It's not something that occurs all the time. Everybody's rocking and rolling. So 4.5 miles, probably be close to 5 at when we get an hour in here. That's a really rolling. We are going downhill. It's not a big hill. It's a -1% grade. Negative means downhill. We are getting some speed though. Close to our top speed here of 10.6 today. Now supposedly we're going to come to a bridge that's out. It's not crossable at this point, is what the sign said. We're not sure, so we might be turning around to get our mileage in. We might have to backtrack where we've been. Sometimes those signs are old, sometimes they're not always accurate, sometimes there's other ways to go. So we'll find out. But the hills we're coming down, we might be climbing. Dogs are doing great. So cool. You can see how the cold weather really agrees with them. So we hit ruts like we hit there. Okay, go on. Had to slow them up a second, but I didn't want to disturb the groove, so I did it real fast. When we hit ruts, my legs actually absorb that. The, I guess the bumps and the ruts in the road. So my knees are staying slightly bent. Always a good idea. You don't want to ever have them totally locked out for all kinds of health purposes. Not giving health advice, I'm just saying how I ride. And my feelings on it. This has been quite a ride. It's been awesome. I have to put this light on, which isn't a bad idea. I'm gonna have a seat too. My light on too, so we can see a little bit better ahead. How cool is that, folks? And when I have to stop sudden or make any kind of sudden moves, that's again why they're connected to this vehicle, why they're tethered to it on these large springs called springers, because it keeps them from basically getting jerked around.
1 hour completed. You've covered 5.2 miles. Your current speed is 5.2 miles per hour.
So almost 5.25 miles in right now, and our top speed's been 10.8 miles per hour. That's so far today, and we're probably not going to get any more above that because I'm going to keep it as it gets darker and harder to see. I certainly don't want to outrun my sight. Now this could be where the bridge is out. Oh no, it goes around. Huh? So we're still, where are we at? Huh?
We can keep going that way. I just want another screenshot.
Cool. Chris B. We're down at the bottom. There looks like a way to go. I just don't know if it's in the woods. Can you see anything on the map? Or should we turn back around?
You said the bridge is out?
No, I don't see a bridge. We're at the bottom. And it looks like it goes off-road here, so we probably should come back around, I guess.
No, get down here. I'll look at the map and see where we are compared to that. Because it's hard to believe we're at the end already, because it goes another like eight miles, man.
Well, it might continue. It could be. Do you see a bridge though? There's no bridge here.
No, I was just going off of that sign, that sign in the beginning.
You see anything, Scott? While we're figuring this out, folks, just going to do a quick camera check. Yep, camera's still on. We're looking good.
Want to do some water?
What's that, bud?
Some water.
Yeah, might as well try them. That's the bridge?
It looked like a bridge, but it's not. It's like the foundation's there, but
What's that?
We're right here. If the road goes, I mean, it keeps going.
Well, if we just went back the way we came, we'll get another 5 miles in. Chase is drinking some. Let's be going.
Chase.
Not much. They didn't drink much.
Oh no, it was on the low actually. Well, Chase.
1 hour, 5 minutes completed. You've covered 5.29 miles. Your current speed is
What's that?
0 miles per hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's all good, man. We can go back the other way. It's cool we got the snow, though. All good, man. Crispy's trying to look to see what's doable, if we could go another way. But as he was saying, if it was nicer out, if it was earlier in the day, we could experiment on some of these trails and try to go through them. But with nightfall coming in and the snow, the weather conditions are they are, it's best to just stay on the road that we came in on and try to get some extra mileage that way. Yeah. Like you said, if it was nicer out and didn't have all this snow and stuff.
Yeah, that's like an old bridge, but they purposely don't want it open.
Yeah. I love that they had the sign there from 25 years ago.
That's all made of stone.
That's wild. All right, so just back the way we came, bro?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, guys. G, come around, G. G, come around. G, come around. G. Chase, good boy. Good boy, Chase. Good boy, Jack. Good boy, Zorro. Good girl, Lola. So we're gonna head back. So we got better than 5 miles. That'll probably be another 4.5 to 5 miles. So it'll be a light day on mileage, but certainly fun. And hopefully this hill climbing will offset the light mileage and give us some challenging terrain to deal with. And I say that again for the dogs because they need to be challenged. It's in their blood. Kind of really wild to my left. I hope you're getting it on the camera view. It's just an eerie time of the evening in the forest, and nocturnal wildlife is probably, even though it was snow squall, some of it I'm sure is coming out. Maybe the deer, possums, could be porcupines in this area, raccoons, could be bear. You know, I don't know if the bear have hibernated yet. Yeah, we came down some good hills getting here, so we'll definitely have some good climbing getting back. Terrain is also wet from the snow, so this scooter again is I got 4-wheel drive essentially. There's 4 motors, 1 on each wheel, so it's not going to slip. But not to say it can't slide, but it won't. It shouldn't slip. I mean, terrain can overcome anything, I'm sure, at some point. But what we're dealing with is not too treacherous. Obviously, if it was, we wouldn't run the dogs. That's why the truck's with us. And I can see Chris's headlights through the woods, so he's turned around and on his way back to give us a safe ride, safe trailings behind us. You getting decent shots?
It's all right. I have the gamma up a whole bunch, so it still looks kind of bright outside.
Yeah, the white snow helps too, brighten it up.
1 hour, 10 minutes completed. You've covered 5.54 miles. Your current speed is 4.0 miles per hour.
So I'm just giving you updates. My toes are not feeling this at all. If anything, my face feels a little, I wouldn't say cold, just not warm, but certainly not really cold. Temperature's probably, I'm going to say 35-ish, but I believe in layering clothes, and that's what keeps me warm. So we're at a 6.4% grade, which is pretty good. So a nice little workout for the dogs. Just what the doctor ordered on this lower mileage day. If you were with me, I guess it was last week, we were climbing like 16% grade, so it always varies, but coming to the mountainous ranges in Pennsylvania and Virginia and the areas surrounding where we live is always a treat. Those of you that are maybe not as dog avid as adventurers, maybe you are bikers, it's good to follow me because I find these areas that are just off the beaten path and wonderful bike rides. And some of them just have endless mileage. So, my websites have all the details. I say websites, I got a website called Dog Friendly Trails, and I also got WoofDriver and lots of other ones. Depending on what you're looking for that's nature and dog related, I probably have covered it in some way. This adventuring with the dogs for 25 years or so has really opened my eyes to a lot of life, I should say. And I've documented it in so many ways, and I've gone over and over again with how I can just keep track of the memory. And that's why all the different websites, I developed all the different websites and YouTube channels and Instagram, Facebook accounts, etc. Still 6.4% grade. Closing in on 6 miles. Actually, it's become an 8% grade now. So we're definitely climbing hard. Again, shows me instant grade, whereas the app on my left, the Relive app, doesn't do that. Now, there might be a settings, the way to do it, I'm not sure, but I just like having the two out there. It really benefits me in making judgment calls on which way to go sometimes and how much more we should do, and to know dogs' capabilities. Well, Zorro, because he's so big, remember, he's the only Husky I have that is not a full Husky. He's a Husky Malamute mix, so Malamutes are bigger boned dogs. They got big heads, especially compared to a Husky. So, because of his big bone structure, like his Malamute breed, he actually is usually not as he's capable of climbing, but he's usually not as engaged. Right now he's really engaged because of cold weather, because we're still trucking up here at an 8% grade at 4 to 4.5 miles per hour. That's impressive in itself. So these dogs really are in shape. And yeah, I'm tooting my horn, but anybody can do this. So, and you do need to get involved with something with this extensive hill climbing. You're probably going to need a really capable bike or be a really good rider if you're not going to use electric. I don't know how possible this is without electric taking the dogs up here. It's out of my realm. There might be really avid bike riders that could do it. But again, this is why I use a motor. So just crossed 6 miles, by the way. And we're at 5 miles per hour. Now you can see Jag. He's just Jag. He lags behind a little bit. And it's not that he's struggling at all. He just wants to he wants to do the least amount of work for the maximum amount of effort. That's always my motto too. Kind of like a saying I have that I've acquired from a dear old friend of mine who says, give the hardest job to the laziest man and he'll find the easiest way to do it. That's Jag's motto. And that's much agreed. I mean, why work harder than you need to if you can accomplish the same results or similar results without as much effort, so you can reserve that energy and use it for something else. And you can maximize your day, get more done in a day without putting too much effort in. If you get my drift. Like I said, the grade's eased up on us. It's 7.4% now. And I hope all my the film's coming out. I'm sure you can see some of this, but I don't know if you can see it all because of the darkness. So what I usually try to find with Jag is a sweet spot where he's got a little bit, just an ever so little bit of slack in his line, because he almost never pulls. So he'll just be happy to just run at the minimal pace he needs to until he gets excited. Then he might pull if he sees some wildlife or something catches his interest. So we don't always have our choice, but it is preferable to run downhill first and then uphill for me with the dogs, because I like them to loosen their muscles and get their groove on and then start challenging themselves. Sometimes we start out, we don't have a choice because we don't always know the lay of the land. Again, a lot of these places we go to, we haven't been to before, and it's really hard to see the topography of these areas without being there and really surveying it, and we just simply don't have the time. So, and it's not detrimental that we start one way or the other, but if we do start climbing hills first, I'd like to go at a really slow pace and let them warm up essentially. And then let them do their thing before they really engage it. That was a nice little hill climb, leveling off a little bit now. But I think there's a couple more of them in store for us. As I remember, a lot of the way we came was downhill. I'm still seeing some light snowflakes.
I'll catch up with you guys. I want to check this battery, man. I'm afraid it's not charging.
10-4, you mean the truck battery?
Yeah, I'm going to make sure one of the circuit breakers isn't tripped.
10-4 on that, 10-4 on that. So Chris is checking a mechanical issue on the truck. we're going to keep going. He doesn't need us, and he knows where we're at. We're just staying on the same road we came in on. Now, believe it or not, it's a little easier to see a vehicle at night because we'll see their headlights before we see them. So that's always good. Approaching 6.5 miles, so decent. Day like today, 15 miles is easy. 20's not out of the question at all, but because of the late start, we could, if we were really equipped, which we haven't been as of late. Usually when I run at night, I got all the equipment, and we just haven't bringing it as much. I need to start bringing more of my lights and stuff, and just count on running into deep in the night, because it gets dark here so early now with daylight savings time. So running until 9 o'clock would have gotten us our 15 miles, but I think we're going to be out of area here anyway. I probably had some lights in the truck I could put together to get us the lighting we need to finish it up, but I don't think it's going to be worth it. We're doable. Shaggy's running now. He's like, yeah, Daddy. Is that showing up?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Cool.
Chase, mostly Chase, a little bit of Zara. I'm still getting your face, so.
Cool. Cool. I like it. I usually get people bitching at me. You need to run harder. You need to do more. Again, they don't realize how much work this is. Just doing what we're doing. Oh, here comes the snow squall again, folks. It's starting to snow. And they start, it's funny to come and sometimes just totally rude and uncalled for. I'm just like, wow, man. I'm out exercising my dogs and I go to the extreme to do it. And people are mad at me for it. You know, I mean, you have to wonder, do they want me to just leave them at home and do something else? I mean, I'm going to try to play catch with a Husky. Yeah, they'll chase a ball for about 3 or 4 times, bring it back to you maybe if you're lucky, and then say, find me something else to do or I'm going to tear up the backyard. But, again, it's mostly people that just don't understand a working breed and how they need to quench their thirst for doing what they do. Or they don't feel like they have a purpose, and their behavior can really suffer for it. I'm going to go back to an old WoofDriver memory when I was with, again, my co-pilot Red years ago, and I believe it was the Perkins Trail near Philadelphia, PA, and it was snowing pretty good. Okay, so I'm 6 3/4 mile. 6 3/4 of a mile. So it was really snowing, and I couldn't even see ahead of me, and I was just not prepared for it. I hadn't been out in that kind of snow, and on the dog bike. So Red actually had some goggles that he gave me because I was driving. He wanted to make sure I could see clearly, and the goggles really proved to be essential. And I'll never forget if his mom ever listens to this, she'll take comfort in knowing that he was so grateful his mom had given him those goggles. I believe he told me to use on some of his sporting adventures. He was an outdoor adventure guy, loved to kayak and do some outdoor sports and activities, very athletic. It was just really nice, very warming with that story with it, and proved to be very handy. Okay, so we're We're approaching 7 miles. Speed's up, speed 7.0 miles per hour. And again, because of the darkness, I don't want to overdrive my headlights. Still not totally dark out here, but probably through the camera it looks pretty dark. I can see some lights. I certainly have a bright headlight. It's a little better when I have my headlight on my head, which again I haven't been packing because we're usually not running into the night, but that's what my ghost gear, my werewolf gear, which we haven't been doing either because of everything going on in the world right now with the pandemic. Yeah, when we do our werewolf hunts, ghost hunts, we're usually 10 people or so. Because we have writers and photographers and videographers and everything else. The dog trips are a lot less people. It's snowing pretty good. I mean, I don't think it's laying. Maybe the temperature went up a couple degrees. It doesn't look like it's covering like it was before. But a pretty good amount of snow. I mean, just for a late fall. Is that you, Crispy? You good, Crispy? You good, Crispy? Yeah, we've crossed the 7-mile marker. That means there's roughly 3 miles left on this trail, which will be done in no time. But I haven't heard from Chris after he was fixing the battery on the truck. So we'll see what happens with that. Chris is a semi-mechanic, master electrician, and jack of a lot of trades. So he's pretty much good left to his own devices. And can what we call, I'm going to show my age a little bit, MacGyver almost anything. That's why he's my wingman and main man for a lot of these WoofDriver adventures. And I couldn't do a lot of the stuff without him. So hats off always to Crispy. I see him. That's him behind us, isn't it?
Should be, yeah.
Oh. Crispy, is that you?
Yeah, it's him. I see
Cool.
the yellow lights on top now.
How'd it go with the battery, dude?
I don't know, man. I think the alternator might be bad.
That's bad. You think it'll make it?
It was down at like 10.9, and then I hooked the one battery so it wasn't draining both of them.
30 minutes completed. You covered 7.2
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Could be going bad. It's like, I was gonna say we should do a truck stop and get a cheap multimeter, but if this keeps doing what it's doing now, staying above 12 volts, it should be alright.
Fingers are crossed. 10-4 on that. Fingers are crossed. Thank you.
I do have a backup plan. I've got that 12 volt thing for the generator that I'm charge battery.
You always got the MacGyver deal working. That's why I buy the stuff you tell me to buy.
You know, you're gonna have an ace in your food, sleeve, and everywhere else.
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that. So in case you didn't pick up on that, we're concerned that the alternator's going up in the truck. You got to remember, this truck, I put a new engine in. We have over 200,000 miles on the truck total. And those are pretty much all dog miles. I got the truck with 50,000 miles on it. I put the new engine in at around 95, 100,000 miles, and we have 225 on it. And there's a lot of stuff on that truck. I mean, it's been extended. It's been modified to make the dog limousine that I call it, where it's got the extra set of doors to house all the dogs comfortably without being in crates, and lots of stereo equipment, ways to put a bike on top of the roof, one of my dog bikes, in case we don't want to carry a trailer, and stereo equipment outside to keep our party-like atmosphere going when we're at setting up on big outings. And too much stuff that I can't remember, but you can go on WoofDriver.com or type WoofDriver dog limousine in on Google and you'll read all about it. And also see videos all about it on YouTube under dog limo or dog limousine WoofDriver. Sometimes we call it the jumbo jet liner. Big old jet liner, truck liner, 747. 747 truck, that's what I used to call it. Like a 747 jet. So it's that quick, we're at 7.5 miles. Snow has stopped going for now, which is good, but kind of like the romance of the snow for the dogs. It's kind of cool. But he's worried about the alternator, and he's got a backup plan. Remember, we've got a generator in there, and we've got all kinds of equipment we can jury rig, or MacGyver, as we like to say, Crispy can, to get us home at least until we can get it repaired properly. When it snows, come along, Jimmy. Now we're going to stop to take a picture where the airplane crash site sign was. So we can definitely consider coming back here and doing a werewolf's ghost hunt there. It's something that I like to do because I like to learn more about the history and sometimes the untold stories that we can tell through our ghost hunting capabilities. Were really quite remarkable, and we just went on Amazon Prime today. Some of the videos we've made.
35 minutes completed. You covered 7.71 miles. Your current speed is 5.7 miles per hour.
7 3/4 miles. So some of the evidence we've got is world class. You wouldn't find anywhere else. And I know some people watching right now may say, "Well, I don't believe in ghosts." I was a naysayer too, but there's energies and paranormal happenings going on all around us. But sometimes we attribute them to coincidences, and we don't really have the understanding to fully comprehend. So that's what we're trying to bring to people. We're trying to put it in the spotlight and explain it in a way that will maybe open some eyes, possibly make people believers that aren't believers. snowing again. Look at that. I actually love the snow at night. It's just almost soothing. And I know the dogs do just, when we get our snows, they go and roll in it. It's like the first thing they do when they get up in the morning, go outside and roll in the snow. And rub it all over their bodies. Just love it. They are snow dogs. Huskies, Malamutes, northern breeds. I think I see a moon. How much of a moon, I'm not sure yet. Let's stop here for a water, and I want to get a picture of the sign with the dogs in front. Haul over, haul over, haul over, haul over, haul over, haul over. Easy, easy, ho, guys.
That's that road that goes back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a water break. I want to get a picture of the sign. Just doing a water break, bud. Ah, whew. Banging up my knee. All is good in WoofDriver land. How's Scotty? How you doing, bud?
Good.
Cool, man. Cool. Oops. Sorry, buddy. My eyes become shine the light that you shine can. Baby, kiss from a rose from. Hi, good boys and good girl. Oh, the good girls out there. I'm getting. The cold's making me crazy, Scott.
Yeah. It's really not too bad if it weren't for the wind.
It's not.
The scooters, it's a fucking great temperature.
Yeah, totally.
They all took some the first time.
Did they? Oh.
He doesn't drink anything all night. Huh?
Who's that?
Jack.
Jack? Yeah, he's the tough customer. Okay, I'm gonna try to tie my shoes in the dark here. I can do it. I have the technology. Okay, guys. We're getting ready. That's why Chase is whining. He like wants to go. He's like, come on, Dad. Okay. Get your camera check real quick. Okay, boys and girls, can't forget her. Tell me when you're ready, buddy. Here we go, bud. Here we go. Okay. Hike. Hike. Okay, easy, guys. Ho, 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 ho. Just my pants. Sorry about that. Okay, hike. So from this point, we have roughly 2 miles, 2.5 miles. Unless Crispy finds us some more roads. It's getting a little nippy out here, though. I do feel it that. I'm not so sure. We're calling it an early night. It's bad. Of course, the dogs might complain a little, as you heard Chase whine there to go. Yeah, it looks like it's a sliver of a moon. Sometimes, well, all the time when we have a full moon and a clear sky, it's really gets a lot of light to run here at night. And if we had enough snow where the trail was covered, the road was covered, it would be really well to see. I can see right now the road. It's just, I don't have a headlight on my helmet. I'm going to add it to it next trip. I could probably find one in the truck. We always have them with us at nighttime running, but because we've been doing it a colder time, we go during the day. I haven't had them readily available. I have to, again, pull them away from my ghost hunting gear. Oh, so we got, I didn't realize we were like 8.25 miles. Now when this dogs feel this kind of cold weather, they'll start putting their coat back on, their winter coat. They've been shedding a lot. I mean, it's been a warm fall so far, so they're still shedding a lot of their fur. But they'll start keeping it and putting on the winter coat soon. That's what's ahead. That's what's coming up. Winter, old man winter.
1 hour, 45 minutes completed. You covered 8.21 miles. Your current speed is 4.5 miles per hour.
A little bumpy through here, so I'm taking it a little easy. Dog's trying to air it out a little bit, but I'm holding back a little bit. There it goes. The road's getting a little fuller, a little less bumpy. More bumpy. Spoke too soon. Wow, you still getting stuff?
Yeah, a little bit. Chases are kind of ahead of the bike.
Yeah.
The spread of the light still hits them, so.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool. What do you think temperature is, Scott?
Oh, it's got to be down to 28.
You think so?
Yeah, in the last 10 minutes, my hands started falling.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, these light gloves ain't cutting it now. But it's all good. Now the dogs are looking to the left in the forest. They may see something. It may just be because it's windy and the leaves are blowing, rustling on the ground, and what's left in the trees, if anything. However, the hearing's impeccable, so. Oh, I bet you that Laurel Way comes out there. I always feel like the cold's just great for us. I mean, I wouldn't want to live in it all the time, like going into a heated house in a heated car, but spending a couple hours in it really can rejuvenate. And seeing the dogs enjoy themselves in it really makes it that much more appreciable. I still see Chris behind us, so it's a good sign for the mechanics of the truck right now. It's working. Did they take any water?
The last time, yeah.
Did they? Cool.
It's just Jag that said no.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I've been kissed by the rose.
1 hour, 50 minutes completed. You've covered 8.73 miles. Your current speed is 5.1 miles per hour.
So 8 3/4 of a mile at an hour and 50 minutes. 10 minutes shy of 2 hours. Definitely gonna deploy my heat gloves on our next outing. Actually, I think I have a pair of the truck, but they're not charged. If they're there, I try to keep spare everything in the truck because we never know what we're gonna run into. Actually, I don't think I need gloves today. That's why I just got these springtime ones. And when we left, I didn't think it was going to be as cold, even on the bike trail, you know, I mean on this road. And we started going. The snow has subsided for the time being, though, but I said that 20 minutes ago, and we ran into another quick squall, or at least flurry of snow. closing in on 9 miles now. By the way, we're about 1,750 feet above sea level. I don't know where we started, but we're pretty close to where we started. I don't know what our top was, but we didn't do that much hill climbing. So even though we had a couple steep hills, it wasn't that we were climbing to the top of the mountain. Yeah, we're talking that it was in the high 20s, the low 30s. That didn't include the wind chill. It's coming through here pretty good, so it's probably in the low to mid 20s with the wind chill. Nice fall day, huh? Remember what I told you, wolf driving's not for the faint of heart. Yeah, this is nothing for the dogs. And really, once we get into the winter, it's nothing. It's about average for our winter runs, but it's just coming from like in the 60s last run to 20s this run. There's a little bit of body that needs to get acclimated. That ain't quite there yet for us. For the dogs, yeah, they're great. Again, at 0 degrees, it's still too warm for them. So now, of course, they will bulk up. They will put that winter coat on. This coat's just fine for right now. Hey, we crossed 9 miles. Everybody's looking great. Planet's nose has become a larger. 'Sometimes you gotta move the lower extremities and just shaking out the legs a little from the standing, from the cold getting to them, everything else. What's that, dude? Deer? They're just standing there looking at us. they all saw the deer. Looking to see if they're coyotes too. I'm sure there's coyotes around here. But they were deer. Looked like 2 or 3. That'll wake the boys up. And girl. Nice part of the road to give them some speed. Kind of cold there, folks. Got a 11-mile wind chill. Yeah, we're flying. We're over 11 miles per hour right now. Actually, the road's pretty open, so we're gonna let them take it. Gonna watch for little branches and stuff. You can see reflective. It looks like on the telephone pole. Electric cars on this, especially going at high speeds. 10.7 right now. We hit almost 12 miles per hour. Lots of little potholes on this road. You want to make sure the dogs see them. Get them slowed up a little bit for climbing anyway. That was a quick half mile or so. We get nocturnal, we get any kind of wildlife. The dogs are going wild. They love it. Kicks them in the high gear. Easy, guys. Oh, I said that because there was a big pothole. When I hear a command from me, they become more alert. And that's just the idea behind it. Just let them see what's in front of them. So they know if the road divots or something happens, they're not too focused on chasing what they're trying to chase or engaged in their run. They look great. That wind chill was brutal, wasn't it? Well, they were kicking up around 12 miles per hour. Yeah. Well, that's what brought it on too, because we were going 12 miles per hour. Huh. Which way, brother? Left? I'm assuming left.
The other direction too.
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that. Thank you.
2 hours completed. You covered 9.8 miles. Your current speed is 5.2 miles per hour.
Okay, so we're approaching 10 miles right now. Just crossed the 2-hour mark. Nice road though, plenty wide. When it snows, glad we got that sprint in though. That's a nice way to cap the ride off. We'll probably be wrapping this up next up. Careful on cars, Scott. Just in case. That's the 10-mile barrier. Just like that. Not really. Yeah, man. I'll pull over and we'll wrap it up when we get out of road, I guess, huh? I'll pull it over up here once I start seeing residential.
Yeah, it's all good, buddy. I'll do that.
10-4 on that, 10-4 on that. It's parked? Yeah. If we start running into traffic, let's wrap it up, but let me know what it looks like to you. What's that? Yeah. What's that?
Sure we can do another mile on this road before we get anything made.
You think so? I don't know. It's. Yeah. All right, let's wrap it. All right, we're gonna pull it over here, buddy. We're gonna pull it over here. G over. G over. G over. G over. Oh, guys. Phew. Ah. Trying to let my hand thaw.
Yeah, right.
You too, I know.
I'm good. At first it was cold, then my hands warmed up to it and I was alright. The last 20 minutes have been frozen.
Yeah. It's hard doing that throttle. Well, you're doing it too, so. Okay, my good boys, we did it. Ah, gotta crack the thumbs. How you feel, buddy? A little cold.
Now I'm really not cold when it's just my hands.
I got heated gloves. I can give them to you. I don't have them on me now because I didn't bring them at home.
I normally hate gloves, but you know, when I need them, I need them.
You need them, yep. That's cool. Good deal. Okay. Whew. Okay, good boys. Hi, good boy. Let's see how we did. Nice job, buddy. Oh yeah, we got some good video here. Just de-thawing my pinky now. I like to check and see the fruits of our labor, how the videos came out and how everything looks. It gives me something to do. Just I'm reviewing the memory and enjoying it already. Did you know?
Right, Jack seat is good. I got it.
His is good? Cool. Hey, stay here, dude.
Yeah, definitely. I'm back it up. Like, work on this window.
Cool. You staying right here?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay. Okay, and we're off. We're putting the dogs back in the truck. Ooh. Okay, Jagger. Yeah, man. Come here, Jay. Come here, good boy. You're a good boy. Jag says, I could do more mileage, Dad, but you got too cold on me, Dad.
None of the springers moved, did they?
No, I don't think so. Good boy, Jag. Good boy, Jag. Jag. Good boy. Just want to get it around for his tail. Good boy, Mr. Jag. Okay. Scott, here you go. Okay, Mr. Zorro. Mr. Chase. Okay, good boy. Want to keep in mind we're near a roadway. A pretty big roadway up there, so. Okay, Mr. Chaster. There you go, buddy. Okay, good boy. Chase. Chase was offered water out there, but he'd still rather drink out of his water bowl in here. Come here, good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're the best. Next to Jag and Zorro. Okay, sir. I know you like putting your head down when I try to take this off. Okay, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, bud. Good job. Still getting photos. Good job.
saw that blew off his harness and I was like, holy.
Oh, yeah. You're looking for it. I love it.
Yeah.
Star, stay. He's like, come on, Dad. Get it together. Hey, buddy. Okay, goody. Okay, goody boy. Here we go. Steps are out. Zorro's in. Come here, good boy. Oh, what a good boy. Now, you're the best boy. Making sure his harness is on right. Scott's been putting them on. I do check them, but I just wanted to make sure. Yes, sir. Good boy. Good boy. Sometimes it's an easy mistake if you put the harness on wrong, so that's why it's good to double check. Good job. Thank you, sir. Madam. Miss Lola. Let's look for traffic. Good girl. Come on, good girl. There you go. Good girl. Go ahead, Miss Lola. Come on. Good girl. Come here, good girl. Aren't you the best? Aren't you the best? Oh, yes, you are. Oh, I know. Oh, thank you, madam. Okay, my best girl. Always just want to triple check. Make sure that she's out of the way. Oh, I think you dropped one right there. Good boy. Colin's got good boy. Right, oh, just on the chair. Okay.
Let's try to get that clamp up there for you. I think I need a screwdriver.
Oh.
Tire change for the bike.
Yeah. Hang on one sec, bud. Let me put this here. Okay. Oh. Which one? You trying to get my clamp off?
Yeah, but I realize it needs a screwdriver for it.
No, yeah, for that one. Yeah, but you can go like this. Yeah, bring that black case, Scott. You're right. Folks, it's been a great run. Hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you enjoyed the run. I hope I inspired you in some way, and I look forward to seeing you on another WoofDriver adventure real soon. Have a great day. Before you move this, I have to take the camera off, bud.